She was born into a time when the world of study belonged only to men.
There's not a morning I begin without 1,000 questions running through my mind.
Yentyl, for the 1000th time, men and women
have different obligations, I know, but
don't ask why.
God is gender neutral.
But Yentyl couldn't help herself. Her desire to learn was so great
forgive me, Papa.
that to satisfy herself inside, she pretended to be a man outside. So that all the things she wanted to be, he could be.
I think the closest character I've ever played to who I really am would be Yentyl in Yentyl.
How close? Close in spirit? Close in heart?
Everywhere, everywhere. See, I didn't, in other words, I wasn't acting a part.
I'm a student.
Everything she wanted to know, he could ask. Anything she wanted to learn, he could study.
Yes, what's your secret?
Without Talmud, without studying, you couldn't live. Is that right?
That's right. But you don't know...
I couldn't live without it either.
So?
So I studied secretly.
And it all went perfectly.
Admit you're wrong.
Until she fell in love.
I can't breathe.
With him. And the girl he loved fell in love with her.
There's so much in Yentyl, and the sexual ambiguity is such an issue. And when you sit down with thinking, caring men and women, when I think of Yentyl, sitting at the table, and when she begins, she begins to sing, no wonder. The song moves on so many levels that at the end of it, we're already confused.
It happens all the time.
If I were a man, I would too.
Let's try to sing.
Nothing in the whole of music is as fine as the fresh young voice of a castrato. No woman's voice has the same firmness, the same strength, and the same smoothness.
During the 18th century, as many as 100,000 small boys were castrated to preserve their high singing voices. Of these, a mere handful became the most famous singers of the age. The world's first international superstars, they were perhaps the greatest virtuoso singers ever heard on earth, the castrati.
Well, there's really no one else quite like Barbra Streisand, with 10 Grammys, 10 Golden Globes, 5 Emmys and 2 Academy Awards, even a Tony Award. She is the undisputed queen of showbiz.
You're a funny girl. That's me, I just keep them in stitches.
I am a Jew. I have always been a Jew. I feel that I'm a good person. The Jewish tradition teaches you to be a good person. That's what it's all based on. You are the woman you are and the person you are.
I'm not a man. I'm a woman.
Stop it.
I'm a woman,
Ansel, I don't like this. What kind of a game is this?
It's not a game.
What are you, a demon?
When I was a young woman, I knew that no one could ever really truly understand me,
accept, of course, my demon, and that it would be best if we were free to do as we pleased.
May the light of this flickering candle illuminate the night the way your spirit illuminates my soul.
The thing that made the castrato voice special appears to be the effect that that singer had on the audience.
We certainly know of eunuch choirs in a Christian context as early as the 4th century in Constantinople. And there they flourished for more than 800 years, until the time of the 4th Crusade, when Constantinople was sacked by the forces of Western Christendom. And the castrati, who had been singing there with great fame and considerable scandal, suddenly disappeared off the face of the earth.
But 400 years later, castrati suddenly reappeared in Italy. In 1589, Pope Sixtus V reorganised the choir of St. Peter's. Castrati would now take the high parts that had previously been sung by either boys or falsettists.
The castrato voice was not falsetto. The castrati had larynxes of boys, and therefore their natural pitch range was up there with the boys and the women. But in addition, they had a man's vocal tract, so they had all the sonic timbral possibilities that a man has, and big lungs. So their power source was huge. They could sing high notes, and they could sing them for a long time.